First, can I each have you say and spell your first and last name for the camera for me?
Brian Lawler, Lawlor, President of Scripps Sports.
Steve Griggs, GRI-GGS, CEO, Tampa Bay Lightning, Vinnick Sports Group.
All right, very exciting day for us here at ABC Action News and really the Tampa Bay community. Steve, I want to start with you. What does this mean for the fan base, for everyone here in Tampa Bay?
Well, I think the most important piece is accessibility, reach, and distribution. So the ability for all of our fans to watch the game anywhere, anytime, for free. And that's the most important thing. And we want to make sure that 20,000 people come to Lightning games, but there's a lot of people at home that want to watch games, and we want to make sure that they have accessibility to see the game.
At a time when everything is costing so much for people, I can imagine that word free is really going to resonate with a lot of people.
Obviously being free is really important, and it really is about distribution too. So whether it's on cable, satellite, or even a box, you can get the game for free.
And what does this partnership mean for the Lightning?
Well, I think we're best in brands and great values with the Scripps Sports team, and so for us, being able to continue to work with a great production company, we're going to keep our same team, our play-by-play team, and our studio team. So continuity is really going to be the key here. So people won't see any difference. It's just going to be on a larger scope for everybody to watch.
And I'm sure that was important to you to keep the same broadcast team as well, because I know a lot of our viewers have come to know and love your team that you've developed with the Lightning.
I mean, Brian, Dave, and Gabby, they're the best in the business, and they've been on national broadcast before, but we've had them here locally for a long time, and they're just they're the best in the business.
And there's also going to be an app. Can you talk a little bit more about the app to watch the game?
Yeah, I think it's revolutionary with our app because, a lot of the teams, when they do go to having it on an app, they have a viewer app and then they have their team app. With us, it's all going to be combined as one. And I think that's really going to be important. It makes symmetry for everything you're looking for when you want to find all of our information. But if you're looking for radio, if you're looking for TV, it's all sitting there on the one app. And, working with ViewLift and our friends at Yin's Cam, I think it's going to be a game changer for the industry.
And unfortunately this season, early exit in the postseason, we were all rooting for them the first round. What can we expect next season with the Lightning?
Well, unfortunately we took the ice out last week, which is always a sad day for us. But, moving forward, we have our core team. When you talk about goaltending with Vasi, Hedman, Cooch, Point, we have a great core team, and we're going to continue with that. And, we've been in the playoffs the last 8 of the 9 years, and that's the expectation, to always be in the playoffs and always try to win a Stanley Cup.
Anything else you want to say about this partnership, the new opportunity here in Tampa Bay?
I just think, once again, it goes back to fans. Every time we think about anything we do, it's about our fans. And so having the accessibility for our fans to watch this game anywhere, any place, anytime is really important to us. And so for us, that's how we really started with this partnership and started with Brian and started talking to Brian about how do we make sure that the distribution, that our fans can watch this game anywhere, anytime, is the most important piece.
Awesome. I'm sure it'll be much appreciated throughout the Bay Area. And Brian, let's talk about this new channel Scripps is launching.
Yeah, here in Tampa, obviously we have ABC Action News, and much of the programming there is we get from ABC and syndicators, but we're going to use this opportunity to launch a full power second television station here in Tampa, channel 66. It's currently broadcast the ION signal. ION will move to a separate signal, and we're going to launch a brand new locally focused channel called The Spot, Tampa Bay 66, and this will be the home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. So 70 plus regular season games, preseason, first round of the playoffs, pre-games, post-games, lifestyle shows. I mean, this will be, the home of the Lightning. And we'll also add some ABC programming. We'll add some syndicated programming. It's really going to be a channel built for the community, that's representative of the community. And of course, the most popular asset in the community, the Tampa Bay Lightning, will be the centerpiece of our broadcast.
So in addition to the games, there will be other Lightning content as well?
There will be. Yep, they already create, Bolts Beginning and a bunch of other really relevant content, and we will build out more of that. And again, pre-games, post-games. I mean, for anyone that's a Bolts fan, this will be the place where they'll get everything Bolts.
And this isn't the first partnership. I mean, I'm thinking about the Panthers, Utah, the Golden Knights. How have you seen that translate in different parts of the country with the viewers?
Yeah, I think, we started Scripps Sports 3 years ago. We're a 100 and almost 50-year-old company, but we really doubled down on the sports business because we saw an opportunity that as the way people were consuming media was transitioning away from pay TV bundles and more towards streaming or cutting the cord. We have this over-the-air platform that reaches every household. Again, you just buy a TV and plug it into a wall and do a channel scan, and you get about 40 stations live, and this will be one of them. And so, the opportunity to put these, elite athletes, and in this case, one of the best teams in the NHL, and make them available to every fan over the air and with a streaming product. I mean, that was the premise, and it's proven out in market after market. The ability for people who normally are not hockey fans to be flipping channels and suddenly, stumble onto a 1-1 game in the beginning of the third and say, oh, let me watch this. The people at work were talking about it, and and suddenly they enjoy it, and then they come back for another game. So we've made the discoverability of Lightning for non-Lightning fans so easy that we really think we're going to be building a lot of fandom for the future.
You guys are doing it with the Panthers too, so that Battle of Florida, you got it all going.
Yeah, I'm not getting in the middle of all that.
No, me either.
So, I'm just the business guy.
Nice way to get out of that one. And we're not just working with hockey, it's also women's basketball and soccer as well. Why is that so important to Scripps Sports?
Yeah, look, I think at the end of the day, just like with the hockey, we want to make games and players visible for fans, and we want to create a connection where they enjoy sports. Sports brings communities together, it gets people excited and elicits a level of passion that you don't see in a lot of things. We saw an opportunity in women's sports. We thought that women's sports was lacking visibility and reach, and so with ION, our nationally distributed channel, we were able to do a partnership with the WNBA and make a doubleheader on Friday nights available to the entire country, as well as studio shows to really help people understand who the players are with the matchup, the rivalries. We added the NWSL, and now we're creating a couple of other one-time events, but we're really excited. Just, there's so many sports fans in America, and one of the challenges has been just finding games. There's been so much change in media and change in streaming services and products, and how do you find it? So the ability for us to use our fully distributed platforms to be able to distribute games, whether it's on ION and WNBA or whether it's the Tampa Bay Lightning, make them available for every fan on every device, on every platform, so a fan can actually be a fan.
And Tampa Bay, really within the past few decades, has truly become a hockey town. We were talking about it during the first round of the playoffs, and I can imagine this might not have been such a big deal maybe a few decades ago, but now this is huge. Tampa Bay is a hockey town.
Tampa Bay is clearly a hockey town. I have driven around, I've been here many times now, over the last couple of months working this, and there are Go Bolt signs everywhere, outside of bars, hotels, sides of buildings. I see the energy. I've been in their building many times for games. They've sold out 300 and something straight games, right? This is clearly a hockey town, and we're really excited to be able to make the games more visible to even more fans.
Anything else you want to say about the new channel or this partnership?
We're ecstatic. I mean, this is one that, this is one of Scripps' largest markets. This is a really important market. Florida is a place that, we have five markets that we do business in, and being able to partner with one of the best NHL teams in the league, and, with their great culture, their winning tradition, we're looking forward to raising some cups with these guys.
Well,
so
yeah, that's the plan.
Yep.
Right?
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Good.
It was
Thank
awesome
you.
chatting with you today.
Good. Thanks.
Appreciate it.